Let's do some Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. I got the tab here in front of me. And we have it easy for three measures, right? 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 3, 2. 3 times in a row, and then he almost gives you a fourth. Remember, your first finger you want on fret 7. It's going to facilitate the next couple measures. So here's measure 4 again. Dun, dun. Sorry. When you do a pull-off in measure 5, think of it as a snap. You're pulling, let your finger go straight down to the ground, not out like this. You'll barely be able to hear it. But if you pull down, you get a nice pull-off. Staccato, the little dots over the nose here. Hammer on, pull off. Make sure that finger's firm on fret 7. Pluck 5 or slide. Once you get your speed up, you might be able to do that. You could do a triple pull off there, or just a slide, right, like we did. And then measure 8. Sorry. You got pull off there too, right? And we talked about changing our fingering there because this takes a big stretch to get to that second fret, string 5, right? So you could play open string 5 and 1, string 5 fret 2 and open string 1, and string 5 fret 3 with your first finger now, and open string 1, because that sets you up to get your fingers over here for this little chord. So yeah, that's really important. Measure 9, going into measure 10, use your first finger here, so you can set up like this. And then when you go to the 5th and the 7th fret, look, you keep your fingers the same. Don't pick those up. Just slide them up 2 frets. So 0 to 5 to 0, hammer on, pull off, 2 fret 7, pull off, open string 2 to string 2 fret 5. You can practice it in 3 parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3. Then add part 1 and 2 together. And then finally, all 3. Right? Delicious. And then in measure 15, you have your harmonics. I'm sorry, measure 12, you have your harmonics. And a harmonic, use your pinky right over the fret, not just behind it. You know how we play a note where you're just behind the fret like that? When you play harmonics, the finger has to be directly over the fret. And you're going to put very gently, not squeezing, but very gently, barely touching the strings, 3, 2, and 1. All right? And on the last one, take your finger slowly away. Don't yank it. Well, I was lucky. You could do, but slowly take your finger away to get a nice harmonic there. Then we're back to this pattern. Here comes measure 15. And here's, right. I'm doing this with a bar on fret 7, but it can be done by moving your first finger like this from, you have to have a real quick first finger, or don't bar at all actually, right? If you don't, then you can pull that off. All right, here's 5 and 7 on, what is that, 15, 16, 17, measure 17. Here's how I finger that. First finger there, and then the other 3 doing string 4 fret 7, 3 fret 7, 2 fret 7. Same thing, when you shift down to 3 and 5, then you're back to this. Or that's possible. Same pattern. Notice, same chord, just 2 frets apart. And now I'm at measure 20. We have the same pattern a third time. Then a different chord. Okay, this chord we're not going to play like it says. Do string 6 fret 3. String 4 fret 5 is the same as string 3 open, so. And then string 3 fret 4 and 2 fret 3 together, so. Otherwise you're going to have to do another bar and you're going to want to come and beat me up, so we don't want that to happen. So instead of string 4 fret 5, open string 3. 5 fret 2, 4 fret 2, and then you can just pick up your finger and do string 3 fret 2 and 2 fret 4. I'm in measure 22, by the way. Now you could bar these, both of these. Makes it smoother, but very hard on the left hand, so. You just lift your fingers there. 5 fret 2, 4 fret 4. And 3 fret 2 and 2 fret 4. Let's move on to measure 23, our old friend. And here comes the first verse where we have bum, bum, bum. Okay, so you get your finger prepared on string 1 fret 3. That's what the rhythm goes like. And then measure 26. Let's see. Very tricky measure. You set up your hand kind of like a D chord in the beginning of measure 26. 5, 3, and string 1 open. Tricky rhythm too. 1. Measure 28. Set up like a D again. 3, 2, pull off. And then 5, 3, and 2, 3 together. This sounds nice. And there's that again. Measure 29. You've done that same measure 3 times in a row now. Or three times with different notes in between. Wow. I'm doing measure 30, sorry. You can know that all those 3s are problematic, but I would do second finger on string 5 fret 3, maybe pinky on string 1 fret 3, and 2 fret 3 with your third finger. All right, just hold those down. And then measure 31. Let's see the easiest way to do that. Okay, so this is like a G chord kinda. Second finger on, I'm on measure 31. 6, 3, 2, 3, and 1, 3. Hold all 3 of those down. And then you have to switch. So you could do like a G chord kind. Because your first finger's on string 5 fret 2 now. And notice I have a second finger on 3, 2, third finger on 1, 2. Then you get your open strings back on measure 32. That's 33 into 34. this is similar to what we just played, if not exactly the same. And here's measure 36. That's all the same. They just played the same thing 2 times in a row. Here's measure 41. And it's going to be similar again here, I think. Yep, all the same. Here's measure 46. Oh, notice that. 48 leading into 49, you have this chord with 5-3, 1-3, and 2-3. You just, when you go to the next measure, don't pick up your pinky and your third finger, leave those down, and just move your second finger to 6-3. That's much easier. So you could use that same trick going from measure 44. Is it? No, not 44. 38, 39 to 40. Same thing here. Same thing, yeah. Leave those fingers down. And that probably happened again earlier. Let's see. Finally, we make it to the chorus. This is measure 48, 49, 50. And then our chorus. That darn C chord. So you have a D sus when it has string 1 fret 3 in it. D9, D sus 2 when you have an open string 1. And then at measure 57, you're back to the verse patterns, which are the same as what you just did, and the chorus patterns, which is if you get there, you're in pretty good shape. And then we'll have to talk about what to do at measure 75. But that'll take a bit to get there, I'm thinking. Please let me know if you need any help with any of these fingerings. There's a lot of tricky stuff in here with right hand and left hand. But have fun with this. Work hard, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.